GMT Bay Food Network, I will be making blueberry scones. For this recipe, we will need 1 stick of butter grated, pint of blueberries, baking soda, baking powder, salt, zest from 1 lemon, sour cream, sugar, whole milk, and flour. First step will be to mix the sour cream and the milk together. Once that's fully incorporated, we're going to put it aside. And we will start with our dry ingredients. I have 2 cups of flour. We're going to mix in our sugar, baking powder, baking soda, salt, and the lemon zest. Stir it together until it's fully incorporated. Next step is to add our shredded or grated butter. I like to work with my hands. It's your best instrument to use. And let's go ahead and incorporate the butter with the flour and the rest of the dry ingredients until the butter is fully coated with all the dry ingredients. Okay, our butter is fully incorporated with the dry ingredients. Next step will be to add our milk and sour cream mixture. This dough is going to be really sticky. And eventually, it's going to be dumped onto the counter. Just want to get all the liquid incorporated so I don't have a puddle of liquid onto my counter. At this point, we can dump it onto the counter. We need to flour our counter so it doesn't stick, and as well as your hands. Some more flour on my hands. We don't want to work the dough too much because you don't want the gluten to start forming. If you have the gluten to start forming, you're going to have a very tough scone. So kind of pull it all together until you don't have that many pieces coming out of it. What I do is I take the little pieces and sprinkle it in the middle of the dough. ahead and get a little bit more flour and kind of sprinkle it on top. Yeah. Just kind of coat the outside of it so it doesn't stick. Okay, once you have a ball formed, we want to roll this into a 12-inch square. Rolling pin. Again, flour it. This is 6 inches, it's 12. Okay, we have a 12 by 12 square. The next step will be to fold the dough like a business letter into thirds. If you have one of these, this is very helpful. It's a bench scraper. Just lift it up and then it's not sticking, and then lift it up again. So we fold it into thirds, and then we're going to fold it into thirds the other way now. And we want to get a 4 by 4 square, approximately. There we go. We have a 4 by 4 square. Lift up the entire dough, put it in a floured plate, and this is going to go in the freezer for 5 minutes so your butter will chill once again, and we'll be back. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. Our dough has chilled a little bit. I floured the surface some more, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll this out again into a 12-inch square. Even all the way around. It's not perfect, it's okay, because it is homemade. Okay, I think we have a 12-inch square here. Next step will be, before we put the blueberries on, I just want to kind of lift up the edges and make sure it's not sticking. It's easier to do that now before we put the blueberries onto the dough. Bench scraper really comes in handy. Alright, I think we're good here. Just want to stretch it out a little bit. Alright, so we have a pint of blueberries, frozen. Put it onto your dough like so. And I like to squish it down onto the dough so it's embedded in there and doesn't fall out when I roll the dough. big fat blueberries. Dry my hands a little bit here, it's wet. We're gonna roll out the dough. It's a little bit sticky. There's some runaway blueberries here. Stick the blueberries back inside because they are popping out. Okay. I'm gonna put a little bit of flour on top because what we're gonna do now is we're gonna pat it down and make it into a more even log. Say it's about 18 inches long. Okay, so we have a log that's about 18 inches long. We're gonna cut it into 16 pieces. So cut it in half, and then we're gonna cut it into quarters, and then again into eighths. And then from there, we're gonna cut little triangles. Right, we have 16 pieces. Put in a cookie sheet with either parchment paper. I use Silpat. Space it about 2 inches apart. They do expand a little bit in the oven, but not that much. And I'm hoping this will fit. It should. Yep. Okay, 16 scones. I'll just dry my hands again. And then we're gonna butter it. I'm gonna butter half of it. And then sprinkle sugar on top. The butter does two things. It helps with the browning, and it also helps the sugar stick to your scone. Let's do the other half. Use it all up, don't want it to go to waste. Perfect. And then sprinkle the sugar. put it in the oven. The oven has been preheated to 425 degrees. And it should bake for about 18 to 25 minutes. Okay, it's been about 25 minutes. We're gonna check the scones. Oh, and it's ready. And next thing is just to put it on a cooling rack and let it cool and enjoy it.